Hello everyone, welcome to Success EduTech. This is our fourth lecture of physics and the topic is electric charge and the field due to that charge. Okay. Today we are going to learn the superposition theorem. Okay. Consider this system of particles. There are Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 up to Qn particles. Also capital Q is also a particle. R1 is a position vector between capital Q and small q. Then according to Coulomb's law, if we can calculate the force between two particles, any two particles between Q1, Q2 or Q3, Q4 and so on. But if we want to calculate the total force on capital Q due to all these particles, that is Q1 up to Qn, then how it is found? Since Coulomb's law gives the force between only two particles, but here superposition theorem comes into picture, which states that the interaction between any two charges, that is capital Q, Q1 or Q1, Q2, Q2, Q, that is capital Q and so on, is completely unaffected by presence of others. Okay, so I will repeat this thing. Charge capital Q is acted upon by Q1, Q2, Q3 up to Qn, then the total force on capital Q can be found out by calculating F1, F2, F3 up to Fn separately by Coulomb's law and then adding these forces vectorially. What is vector? It is a magnitude plus direction. So in equation form we can write down F net, that is the force or the net force on Q, can be calculated by adding F1, F2, F3 up to Fn vectorially. Now according to Coulomb's theorem, what is the Coulomb's theorem? F1 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0, which is K, and Q1 upon R1 square, where R1 is the distance or position vector between capital Q and Q1. Then we can find out the other forces, that is F2 is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q and Q2 upon R square, F3, F4 up to Fn. Okay, so this is called as superposition theorem. Now we will recall position vector theory. Okay, suppose this is a xy plane or xyz plane, then it is O, that is origin, and P is one point having its coordinate x, y, z. Obviously the origin have the coordinates 0, 0, 0. R is a position vector from O to P. Then position vector is defined as it is a straight line having one end fixed. This is important, one end fixed to a body and other end is attached to a moving point and used to describe the position of the point relative to that point. Which point? The fixed point. Okay, as the point moves, suppose here P moves, then the position vector will change in length, that is R, or direction, or in both length and direction. So if Q is other particle, that is x1, y1, z1 are its coordinates, then the charge on Q can be find out, that is the magnitude will be x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1, and its direction will be along R1. Okay, so this thing important, this is R, this is R1, this is Q, that is x1, y1, z1, and P is x, y, z. Then the position vector R can be calculated, that is its magnitude will be x, y, z, and length or direction will be in this, the arrow, according to the arrow. And if we move the part P, make P as a fixed point and Q as a moving point having the coordinates x1, y1 and z1, then the distance or the position vector R1 in length is x1, minus x or x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1. Okay. So after recalling the vector notation, we will again move to superposition theorem. Okay. Suppose there are three particles, or we can say point charges q1, q2, q3, that is q1, q2 and q3. Then the net force that is acting on q1 can be calculated as F12, that is the force from q2 to q1 is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2 upon r12 position vector. So where r12 is a unit position vector. Now the force from particle 3 to q3 on q1 can be calculated as 1 F13 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0, that is k q1 q3 upon r square r13 square. So the total force on F1 will be F12 plus F13. According to Coulomb's law, we have calculated the force. We have keep this 1 upon 4 pi 0 as a it is common, therefore we will keep it in backside. Then in case of another charges, F1 is equal to F12 plus F13 plus F1n, which can be equated to q1, which is common, upon 4 pi epsilon 0 summation of I going from 2 to n qi upon r1 I square, and also the position vector is given. Okay. So today we have learned superposition theorem in detail, its vector form. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and kindly subscribe Success Educate. Thank you.